Hey, Terry McGean here at the 2024 SEMA convention. We're walking the show today. We're stopping in at Steele Rubber, talking to Danny Agasta. And Danny, Steele is a family business. You guys have run this for quite a long time, haven't you?
Yeah, we're actually 66 years. The company was founded in 1958. Me and my sister and a couple of our cousins were the third generation coming up into the business. And, a lot has changed since my grandfather started it, but we're still all about helping customers and helping preserve the history of this industry.
So you guys make rubber products, obviously, but your specialty is weather strip seals for a variety of vehicles. I know we just used some of the stuff you make for our Chevy Blazer project, door seals, top seals, tailgate seals. You just sent me a release the other day on some new products you're coming out, and this stuff is all very specific, obviously, because it was originally molded specifically for each application. And I thought some of the stuff you were coming out with at this show was pretty interesting. Can you tell me what some of that stuff was?
Yeah, so we brought 3 new products with us this year. 2 parts are for the International Scouts. One's for the Scout 2, the vent window seals for the big wing windows up front. And then the other is for the earlier Scouts, the Scout 80s, where they have the folding windshields. There's a seal that runs along the bottom of those. Both super specific parts. They require molding and, it's direct fit application. And then our third part is actually for Dodge Durangos. So, customers are requesting all kinds of things. It's a very particular part between the headlight and the grille, but it's a piece that you see and it also protects all of the interior of the engine bay.
It's like a little filler piece between the grille and the headlight when the hood is down?
Yeah, it's just a little filler piece, but it's super complex. The tooling in that was incredibly difficult.
So when you make a decision to make parts like that, that's coming from people requesting parts that they're looking for? How does that process work?
So almost all of our parts are made from requests from our customers. Hey, I need this. No one offers it. So that is where the majority of things come in. And we take that information and we see if it's going to be something that fits into our business model and that has some good demand. But that's how all of our products are made.
And this is coming up often when the original manufacturer stops making stuff. I mean, obviously some of these cars, these parts have been out of production for a long, long time. But a Durango, and then you were telling me earlier, you guys do Astro van stuff that's really popular, right?
Yeah, these cars are lasting longer and people are either needing to repair or fix up. But yeah, one of our most popular parts were the seals for the back doors of the Astro van. They're not available from GM. No one else makes them, but people have these vehicles and they don't want them to leak. So we're able to fill that void and the market's responded well.
Now, I know with door seals, all car guys probably have pet peeves here. I know I do. Some places have been making this stuff aftermarket for a long time, but a lot of us have had experiences where you go to put in a door seal especially, and you go to close the door and the door won't close anymore. I just used your stuff on our Blazer project, like I said, and I was thrilled that the guys at the shop who put the truck together, put the seals in, they fit great, and then there's that moment of truth when you go to close the doors, and they adjusted the doors and everything, and they close beautifully, and the seals are still fresh. The tailgate closes like a Cadillac door. Now, obviously, that's not happening by accident. You must put a lot of effort into getting that to happen, because I know it's really hard on some of these cars to get those doors to close like they did when they were new.
Yeah, so it starts with having a good set of originals so you can get your dimensions correct. But even beyond the dimensions, you have to be able to have the squishability of the rubber, the durometer, the correct for the application, because when that door closes, it has to seal. Things might be tight when it's first closed, but it needs to close. We go through a painstaking amount of work to try to get things as perfect as possible. Going back into the tool room, making adjustments, making a new mold. We recently did the T-tops for a Dodge Magnum, and those were super complex, and those took a few iterations to get right. It's a bigger investment, but it's right, and it's a good product.
And right there, that's a pretty uncommon thing. Magnums, there's not many of those original Dodge Magnums around anymore. And not that many of them had T-tops. But you guys obviously thought it was worth fulfilling a customer need to put the effort into making those parts. So how's that going?
Well, it's going well. And that's why it's important to have good relationships with customers so you can be able to get that information out. I've always said, if you're the only person in the world that makes something, you'll sell it.
They'll beat a path to your door, basically.
Yeah,
right?
Absolutely. Yeah. So, but being able to get the word out there, getting involved with the people who are in the communities where that information can spread quickly, it's paid dividends being able to build those relationships.
Now, you guys have your whole catalog on your website, right? Anybody looking for a part can scan through there and see if you make it or not. And you're always adding new part numbers all the time, right?
Yeah, we're always adding new part numbers. You know, last year or this past year, we've come out with 100 new products.
Wow.
And yeah, so our online catalog is up to date, but we also do year, make, model specific catalogs that are printed on demand. Okay. So if you go to get a catalog from us, it's for your vehicle, has your name on it, and every part that we offer for it is updated and in that catalog. So it's also a great tool to have in the garage to check off things for a project.
The shop that built the Chevy Blazer we have here actually told me that you guys did that. Call them and tell them put everything for a 76 Blazer on that catalog. I thought that was a really cool offering for customers, because then, and he says he keeps them, whatever one he gets from you guys for a car that he builds, puts it on the shelf, and he says it's a super valuable resource the next time one of those comes in.
Yeah, and we send them out free. So I mean, people will request a catalog. You know, we used to send out this big phone book. People only needed 3 pages out of it. So this is very specific for them. It helps them find all the parts, not just the major components that they're thinking about, and really helps people kind of think through the entirety of their build.
The stuff you guys make is great. I'm glad it exists. So thanks for making it, and thanks for making those doors close right, because I really appreciate that.
Well, that's the biggest compliment we can get. So thank you.
Thanks again, Dan.
Absolutely, thank you.